What, man? I had to take 2 shots.
Possibly.
It's been a long day, man. I'm in management. Okay, I'm in management. You're lucky I'm not doing cocaine. Okay, I'm just saying.
Hey, brother.
Off the rip.
At some point,
you're
we
lucky
just
you're
gonna
not.
release. I'm about to say, yeah, that's not a us thing. That's a you thing.
I'm about to
brother.
say, I'd feel for you. I'd try to talk you out of it, but yeah, you're lucky you're not.
No, brother, y'all were the ones who were gonna have to deal with me on cocaine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh man,
My body's a temple, brother.
I'll just press leave on the invite. I'm not gonna sit here for that.
You know what I mean? When y'all start getting them random text messages about why I hate such and such at 3:00 in the morning, yeah, nigga, yeah.
Save it for the show. Anyway, what up? It's your boy E.A. Smith. You already know what it is. Best sports analyst not on ESPN, and we back for another episode. I think we got all our pre-show stuff out. We the good.
See, that's a shot.
Ready.
See, that's a shot right there.
It's not. It's not just saying. It takes a lot to get us together. Listen. We have the same pre-show ritual. Before I get to the.
You know what I'm talking about, Drew? See what I'm talking about? This is what I be talking about. This is why we gonna do what we do. That's why we
I wasn't even. That wasn't actually a shot. But
man, move on.
I'm just saying. Anyway, we back. Hef, Drew, Polo, we are in the building. And before we get to the main thing, Harold, the stage is yours. Your sport.
hey man, turn over to Drew, man. I don't have nothing to say about what the Patriots do. Drew,
Tell him why you mad, son. Tell him why you mad, son.
We don't have to talk about it.
I could care less about what the Patriots do.
Tell him why you mad, son.
For those who don't know, the Patriots just traded for A.J. Brown.
Damn.
Those who don't know from Philadelphia. So
Actually, do we have the details on that, though, Twan? I did not see the details of the trade.
I know Drew got him.
They got a first-round draft pick and a fifth-round pick.
That sounds like Yard Boy.
It came out wrong.
He did.
Listen, guys, it's a lot of almost. It's a lot of almost.
I heard nigga what they get.
Listen to this.
They got a first and fifth round pick.
That's it?
That's it.
That's all
in the same year?
That's all you get. What would you have
Or it
said?
was the same.
What would you have said? That seems like.
I mean, you know what? I think my perception of how trades should work is skewed because of my NBA. And like,
the whole
you know what I
team.
mean? Like, in the NFL, like a first and a fifth round, you know, in reality, it don't sound like a lot to me, but a motherfucker like Harold and you are going to be like, man, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
For a while.
Like, we gave up my man from the Texans to the Eagles, Breland, the linebacker. What are you
talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah. We gave him up for some picks, and I'm just like, wait a minute. All them dogs over there on defense, and y'all ain't getting no personnel. We just got some maybe motherfuckers. That's what y'all traded our guy for?
But you're not in the NFL. You don't really see a lot of player for player because that's salary cap. You trying to get under the cap anyway. But
that's why.
I mean, no disrespect to A.J. Brown though. It's a million wide receivers in the league. Like I get why he went there. I get why they have a relationship. He's top 5. I'm not saying he's not great.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would have given up a first round pick for A.J. Brown.
I think it's all about what you got.
Couple of seconds, but I don't know if I give up a first round pick.
I would absolutely get if Minnesota had the opportunity to get A.J. Brown, I would have absolutely gave up a first round pick to get that.
I think it was easier for them to give it up because of the Vrabel connection with them.
It makes sense for them. I get that.
And it's not going to be a high pick because you got to assume the Patriots are going to be good this year.
Yeah, and that's the part right there. That's the part where it's like, I'll give you a pick.
Hold on, it's this year's draft, right?
Yeah.
No, this year's coming up.
It's 28, I thought.
It's 28?
Or 27.
It's 28.
Let me double check.
Did the draft already
double check that.
Okay.
27. It's probably 27.
27?
It's 27.
I meant next year's draft, not this year.
Okay, I got you. Yeah. If it's 27, again, if I'm the Eagles and the way the Eagles been playing, like look at the guys they get late first round. So the opportunity to have 2 of them.
They got a first round pick. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, they got old boy, what's his name? Jalen Carter. What he was like 20th or something like that? Like, didn't they get him super late?
The Eagles gonna be able to pull it. I don't know.
I mean, I
So
don't
it's
think that was a lot. Now the other trade,
Yeah, let's get to the good trade. Let's get to the
yeah.
good trade.
y'all
All right,
disregard
you
that
got
for
the
last
details of that
place.
one?
No, I
You
didn't
got
look that
some
one up. I
Super
don't
Bowls.
care. I don't care about that one.
Okay, I mean, we
Hey
can.
Drew, man, y'all was good.
I can
Y'all
look
made
it
it to the
up, but
Super Bowl.
I'm
Let's
just
just
saying.
breeze past that shit.
Yeah,
I,
it's
You know what I
but,
mean?
but just to answer your first question, the first pick is 28 and the fifth pick is 27.
See,
Oh, okay. So they don't have to give up that first round pick to 28, which again, you just gotta really assume the Patriots gonna win at least 9 games in 28. You know what I mean? Like
I give you that.
currently constructed.
yeah.
You gotta
I give you
assume
that.
that just puts you in the bottom half of the 20. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, I look at it.
In their mind, they're not giving up a top 5 pick.
there you go.
No, no,
There
of
you
course
go.
not. Of course not. Of course not.
Yeah,
And
there
it's
you
the
go.
Eagles. Yeah.
And you know,
All right.
you can always get more picks. You package something together,
Yeah.
and you get those
Yeah,
picks
your
back.
picks the picks. That's the difference I think in the NBA and the NFL is that those draft picks are really, really like an asset. In the NBA, it's an asset, but it's not as much as the NFL. Like a 2028 draft pick is a pretty highly considered a real high asset in the
Yeah.
NFL. A 2028 first round draft pick in the NBA,
Now the
eh.
I
Rams
don't
gave
even.
up a lot.
Yeah.
What they gave
Let's
up?
go to the good trade. Let's talk about the
Yeah,
good
the
trade.
Rams gave up a lot.
Yeah, well,
Cleveland kind of won.
Now there's some pick swaps, but basically the Rams traded Jared Verse to Cleveland for Myles Garrett, and Drew, you give us the picks.
they got a 27 first round pick, 28 second round pick, 29 third round pick.
I thought that was fair for Myles Garrett, bro.
So Cleveland got Jared Verse,
Yeah, I would agree with that
two-time
too.
All-Star
I
Pro
would
Bowler, or
too.
one-time Pro Bowler.
I think he's two. I think he's only on his like third year.
I'm about to say he ain't been in the league but 2 years. So
Yeah, I'm about, dog. He's been a terror since he got here, bro.
Yeah,
he's what, 25, maybe.
I don't even think he's
Maybe.
25, bro.
So they
he
got
might
Jared
be.
Verse.
He's a Florida State guy. So
Yeah. Jared Verse, a bunch of picks for Myles Garrett, and they came off that Myles Garrett contract.
I thought Cleveland won the trade, bro.
I
thought the Rams won too.
I might. It's not a bad trade for the Rams.
Oh, they just trying to win now. They just trying to
Yeah.
win now. That's
It's like, let me ask you this question though. I get it. It's the win now. You got to win now, but you also got to have a team after Matthew Stafford retires. So like,
well, I mean, didn't they draft? Who did they draft? At
They got
quarterback?
old guy,
the
Carson
quarterback
Beck, right?
part, yeah. But that's my
They
point.
got-
What if you had a young Jared Verse, all those picks still? Myles Garrett is phenomenal. I guess he'll win you one game. I mean, I get it. I don't know.
He's good enough to
think
get
he,
you two, bro.
Yeah, I think
He's good enough to get you two.
the
bro.
way they bring in people to Los Angeles, they're not worried. They're going to get somebody else. Like they don't have problems bringing in talent to the Rams. So I think that's part of it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll give this up. We're gonna get somebody in a year or two.
I'll defer to my resident NFL expert Harold on this. If I'm the Rams, aren't I looking at this as I kind of getting rid of the money that I'm gonna have to pay Jared Verse when it's that time, and just taking on Miles' contract, which Cleveland has already paid a year out of?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
if-
Also,
you know what's going to happen? It just keeps going up and up.
it's not a
So
bad trade.
everybody
and
tops
Miles Garrett may be willing to restructure if it
for the
looks good that way.
championship.
If they win a championship,
Yeah,
he may be willing to
for that
restructure.
run.
If they win,
So that's why I'm like, if I'm the
it's not a
Rams,
bad trade. It's not a bad.
yeah, I don't think nobody really lost the trade. You know what I mean? I just feel like
I think
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I just hope
Cleveland
Cleveland
came up.
doesn't.
I think
pick a
everybody's going to
quarterback.
talk about the Rams side of this, and I want to talk about Cleveland side of this because pay attention. Cleveland, not. I mean, everybody wants to go back to the Deshaun Watson situation, but that's done. That coaching staff is all those people are gone. Cleveland ain't been doing bad in the team building business. I know the Shador Sanders situation was kind of like a circus, but at the same time, they got a good young quarterback in there. Well, at least a young quarterback that they can see what they got with.
Well, they got two. They got Deshaun Watson and him.
If you want to play
they
Deshaun
that quarter.
Watson, yeah, you can play Deshaun Watson. They now got a ton of picks. I think they got 11 picks next year.
Yeah, no,
11
Cleveland is
picks.
Cleveland is taking the Sam Presti route and the New England Patriot route and building picks. The Raiders kind of did that a little bit. You know what I mean? It paid off in the long run for them. It was about a 3-year process, but it paid off. You know what I mean? And a lot of teams ain't willing to do that, depending on
They
where you at.
basically
Like,
reset the clock on their defensive end too.
yeah, and it's the reason why the
You're right.
Patriots
Yep.
can trade them little picks because they probably stocked up to 2029. To be honest with you, like
Yeah,
that's all they've been doing since Bill Belichick was there was stacking future picks,
yeah.
stacking future picks, stacking future picks. That's why when they got Drake May early and it was so bad, it was like I saw it. Like I'm like, man, this is terrible. Like, why are they giving them? Why are they giving them Drake May? Because they got the picks to
Uh,
back it up. Like Minnesota don't have the picks. I don't know what Tampa Bay situation is, but I don't think y'all have stockpile picks like that. You know
Nope.
what I mean? So it's like it really is that Sam Presti, that the guy in San Antonio, like that's their methodology. It's like this is how you build a team organically but quick. Like you can switch from organic to win now fast.
Quick.
And what the Rams
Excellent.
did was
Yeah, you
switch the
got that
Rams
right.
win now.
Good, perfect
That's
segue. Perfect segue. That's the same thing's happened to the Spurs right now.
mm,
They're building, and they immediately hit the win now. So we got the Knicks, we got the Spurs in the finals. To me, of the 4 teams that we had left, this is the matchup I wanted to see.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I
This is
I, I
the
didn't
matchup I
want
wanted
Victor.
to see.
I didn't want Victor to be there this early because I feel like he has to lose before he wins.
Oh,
Because if he doesn't, it's gonna be a problem. Like it's gonna be like, and I
oh, it's
mean
gonna
from a
be a
media
problem.
standpoint, it's gonna be from a media standpoint, it's gonna be a problem because
Oh,
now when you reach the top, and we've seen it with SGA. Like look at the SGA fatigue we had this year with about foul bait and all this, and he's a foul merchant and da 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 da. Did you watch that man game 7? Like, bro, SGA is absolutely without question, no arguing, debating, top 5 NBA player, if not top 3. Like, dog, what he was doing out there,
I would say top 3.
I'm not saying he's Kobe, but I got a Kobe feeling. It was the mentality. I
I
got
agree.
a Jordan feeling. And it's like, I don't get that all the time from Anthony Edwards, bro. Like, I felt like Shea could turn that on anytime he wanted to. And he did in game 7. Unfortunately, they were a little short-handed. You got to give the Spurs credit, man. Like, they
No,
did it.
it's
They shot the shit out of me. They,
well before we get to the finals and stuff like that, just to kind of stay on that series. I'm gonna ask this question: what do you do if you do you do anything if you're the Thunder, or do you run it back?
if you're OKC,
Yeah.
I think you got to run it back. I think we got to have a serious talk about Chet, though. Y'all was absolutely right. The
I
boy pumps
was.
hard, pumps Kool-Aid.
Oh, he quit.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
got
no, no,
punked.
no, no. I'm giving you no excuse. He had 7 games to fix that,
He
bro.
got punked. He
Yeah.
got.
And don't get me wrong. I've watched LeBron like fizzle in the biggest moment. I watched him fizzle in the
It's a
biggest moment.
difference. It's a difference between being scared to touch the bat. He was scared to
He
touch
was
the
scared.
basketball.
He was scared,
Like
dog.
I
He
ain't
was
never
scared.
seen nothing like that in the NBA before in
And
my
Reggie
life.
Miller did not help him when he got the ball over there. He
Nope.
was like, take it to him. I'm like, oh, shit, here we go.
He passed
And
that
then
shit immediately.
he passed
I,
that
Yeah, he
shit
didn't want no
immediately,
smoke.
dog.
He
this
didn't
could be
want to be
a
in that
Immediately,
game
dog.
at all.
this
He
could be
didn't
an
want no
overreaction.
smoke with him, bro. And I couldn't understand it because I've watched Chet play against him. And, bro, Chet can play against him, bro. Like, for real. But I got to give
He
Victor
got
credit.
he lost his
His,
heart.
yeah, his mentality was kill. And I'm hoping it's still that on Wednesday. Because if you motherfuckers took everything in you and y'all beat OK, the Knicks gonna run y'all ass out of there, man. The
I'm
Knicks, the
Well,
Knicks are not
let's hold
OKC, dog.
pause on that. Pause on that. Pause on that. Pause on that. Let's. I think I'm about to agree with what Drew about to say. Go ahead, Drew.
as far as what we talking. I think I'm
You was
going for
talking
the
about
Knicks too.
the
You talking about
well, no,
OKC
no,
and
we
this?
not.
Oh, you
Yeah,
talking about
we
OKC?
still on the OKC piece.
To
Yeah, the OKC
me,
piece. You was
and it
talking
could be
about Chet.
overreaction.
Yeah.
I think you get rid of Chet. This could be overreaction, but
That's
here's why.
Oh no,
overreaction.
I'm sorry.
But
That's
You're
well,
wrong.
overreaction.
I
but
disagree.
hold on.
I disagree with what you just
But
said. Yeah,
let me explain why.
That
Chet is
changed
real.
quick.
No.
yeah. I thought he said something totally
Chet
different.
is really good
Oh,
against no. Chet is really good against non-centers. Chet does not fare well against bigger players, and he's not going to put on weight, right? I feel like in that series they didn't play Hartenstein enough, And I get he's not as quick as Chet, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Chet's only giving you defense. Hartenstein played great defense and got a bucket here and there. To me, it was an overreaction to wanting to score with the Spurs. You still have to have somebody who can play Victor. And I learned about Victor. Victor, as good as he is on defense, he overreacts on defense. They could have easily got Victor in trouble and foul trouble every game, but Chet refuses to go at him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Get rid of him for what?
Well, you know who impressed me that series? Who impressed me that series? They backup center Williams. That boy's a dog.
Oh, you talking about the one with the used to have, who got the 40,000 point
Chet's
hit on?
not the center. Isaiah Hartenstein's the center.
No, I get that, but too often they put Chet at the center and sit Hartenstein down.
Yeah, I mean he's
That's
gonna
what
have
I'm
to.
saying.
He's going to play it.
Chet is too small to play center.
Get rid of him. I think is an overreaction. Here's why.
What
he's great against 20. He's great against 28 teams in the league.
I'd say great, but go ahead.
This happened. No, they've been the number one. They've been the number one seed for the last 3 years. I mean, they've been good enough.
I say great.
Chet Holmgren can hoop. This was not a good showing. Chet Holmgren can hoop, but also there are two. I think their second leading scorer didn't play. Pretty much didn't play the series. He was in and out. But he pretty much didn't play. Did not play Game 7. AJ Mitchell did not play Game 7. So those are the two people that you're looking at outside of Chet to score outside of SGA.
Actually, AJ Mitchell didn't play from Game 5 on. He ain't played 6 or 7.
Facts. So you have that. And then they lost by 8 points. With Chet playing as poorly as he played, they lost by 8.
Yeah,
you gotta think. If you in Oklahoma City, you gotta think. If we got all our people, we the ones playing in New York, right? So like, what are you trading Chet for? Because he is a matchup advantage against 28 teams in the league.
I don't even think he's that. I think Chet is a really solid player. Well, he's an
all-star.
Yeah, like that's not. He's an undersized center, right? So he had to play the 4. Huh? He's an undersized center, meaning physique. I don't mean height.
Weight. Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
So he can't really guard a center, which means he has to play the forward. If you look at forwards in the league now, outside of KD, these niggas is chiseled. Like, if you look at the way most teams play big men now, they put guards on them because most big men in the league now are my height and 7'10". If you got a big man like Chet and who can't play the other big man, and again he cowards too often.
But that's not how they play him.
No,
that's the coaching thing.
Well, no, I agree. He was poorly coached in this series also because the one thing Marcus said earlier about SGA, right? My hang up on SGA has always been the flopping. When he stopped flopping and played basketball, that nigga's unguardable.
Yeah.
If OKC had played like that, because everybody in the team flops. I didn't realize that. I watched a lot of basketball. The whole fucking team flops. If they would just play basketball. And again, I realize you can't back Victor down because Chet and Victor are the same size. And you're not going to shoot over him. But the way Chet played this series has showed me a lot. Again, I look at players in big games. And I don't feel like if he had a healthy what did they play last year?
Pacers.
I feel like they lost last year for healthy Pacers.
I picked the Pacers to beat them.
That might have happened. But you had a pause just to say something real quick. You had a Miles Turner. He's also that athletic big. Like that kind of I'm with you. 7'4", but he, you know what I mean. Miles ain't
play the center that often. Miles plays the forward. That's what I'm saying. Chet cannot guard a center or a forward, so he got to.
Here's the problem, Drew. Can't nobody guard Chet.
Obviously, they can't, Twan. And they got 4 points.
No. Again, you're looking at just the Wemby scope, right?
I'm looking at series. What did he do for the series?
Chet guarded himself like yesterday. He guarded himself. What I'm saying is the things you're saying, I get it, but like against 28 other teams, you put Chet Holmgren on the high block, there's nothing you can do.
Because he's a big who can shoot.
Like
Chet
Marcus
ain't
said,
he ain't backing nobody
but
down. He's not getting in the paint.
but that's a preference thing. That's not a productivity thing. Your
How?
preference is versus your productivity because you prefer him to back them people down. He is a highly productive basketball player outside of San Antonio.
That's your
And he
question
was, and
based on that.
it
But
wasn't
question based
like
on that.
he never plays good against them too.
No,
He
I'm not
has
saying
had
never.
solid games. But my point, the only point I'm making is that you're saying he don't back people down. Well, that's not what they choose to have him do,
No, not just backing him
and he's
down. He's
still greatly effective. So I mean, that's irrelevant, you know.
but define greatly effective. Okay, let's pull Chet's numbers for the year. But
He
also
was an
outside of
all
that,
star on a championship team.
he was an all-star because he's on a championship team. Don't act like Chet's stats.
No. He earned All Star this year.
Come
Now let's
on,
not do
brother.
that.
Come on,
Okay.
now. You
Yeah, matter of
can't do
fact, pull
that.
up the stat.
I
Pull up the
got you.
stats for the
I
year.
got you. I got you.
Come on, brother. You can't do that. He's
I
the
got you.
third scorer. He averages what, 17? I think he averaged like 17 a game.
I
And
think it's pretty close to a double double, but I might be
yeah,
wrong.
I don't know if he had the rebounds, but he's close enough.
Y'all keep talking. I'm looking it up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I
But
understand what Drew is saying because literally, when the Heat lost to the Mavericks, there was a lot of pressure to break up the Heat after the first year. They had no championship. You know what I mean? Like, and they got dismantled, and people were like, LeBron needs to do this, D Wade needs to do that. And I just think I wouldn't trade Chet, but he does have to have a soul searching moment for himself. Himself has to want to get better at certain aspects of his game. And to Twan's point, yes, he is really unguardable when you get him the ball right there in the high post and 16, 17-foot jump shot, you can turn around and hit it. Here's the problem. You went up against a team who has guards that are dogs.
that's
They're
exactly what it
dogs.
was.
Like they were guarding him.
That whole
And
team
that's
is
not a knock
dogs.
to Chet. That's just a big up to them. They were guarding him.
Well, based on
Them
I'm sorry.
boys
You know
is
what I mean?
Real
Like
quick, real quick, Mark. Hold on, real quick. So,
Vassell,
so
San Antonio got
Castle,
yeah,
that's my
them
point.
boys
Harper Jr.
The Spurs will be better next year, right? Because no,
in
they're going to be
Maybe,
developing.
it's
maybe,
possible.
So,
maybe. They
oh,
got to
okay.
pay a lot of money out.
So
They
let's
got to
just
pay a
say
lot of money out.
Yeah, them
what you
boys
think about.
earn money, bro.
And granted,
Next year they may
so
not have to pay, but in the next couple
no,
years
no,
they'll
a
have to
couple
pay.
years.
Yeah.
I'm saying next year specifically because they're still young. They're not making no money right now.
Yeah,
So next year the Spurs will still be the Spurs.
More experience. Yeah, I
yeah.
got you.
I got
I
you.
got you.
So do you think OKC as constructed can beat the Spurs as constructed if nothing changed? And
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Healthy,
Look at
healthy,
the
yes.
injuries. You can't ignore the injuries, Drew.
Healthy, yes. Healthy,
It's not
yes.
like they got
I
blew out. They lost by 8 points in Game
you talking
7
about
with
one
all these
game? I'm
injuries.
talking about the series. First of all,
But
the
that's
Spurs.
the series came
No,
down to
no,
the one
no.
game.
But hold on. The Spurs will be better next year. And I've been saying this from game one. The Spurs are poorly coached. I think the Spurs at some point, if I'm gonna tell you why I say that. The Twan agree with this. They shoot way too
Don't
many
lose your
fucking
point.
threes.
Go.
They
They
shoot too
do.
many threes. At some
Yeah.
point, the Spurs will start playing better basketball and stop jacking 53s per game. If the Spurs play Spurs basketball, passing the ball, getting into the paint, they're unstoppable. The Spurs lost some games to OKC in this series because, like you said, OKC's been hurt since game one. The games
Right.
that the Spurs lost, they shot themselves out of. When they were down by 10, 15 points, they cut it to one and shoot and miss 10, 15 threes in a row.
But let's go
They will
back.
learn from that.
Going back to the whole what you're saying about can OKC as presently constructed beat the Spurs? You keep avoiding the injury piece of it because everything you're saying could be true, but
You're
it
looking
was
at game.
still
You're
it
looking at
came down
you're
to
looking
a
at game
game.
7 though.
But the point is that was the series, Drew. I don't
I'm looking at,
understand how do you.
but I'm okay.
Am I tripping?
Okay, no. OKC played great game 7. The other games, the Spurs played really, really poorly. Look at the season when everybody was healthy. The Spurs, as healthy, outplayed OKC when they had everybody. And they didn't just beat them, they beat the
Absolutely.
shit out of them the entire.
So you're assuming an improvement in coaching, but
I'm assuming they will
that.
learn because they're young and they will get
Okay,
better.
but why can't we assume there's the same level of learning on OKC side?
I think it's
Because
an
they won't get bigger.
I think it's
They don't have to
unwinnable
get.
debate because Drew has good info to back up what he's saying, but I'm with Twan on this one. I just feel like if the Jalen Williams that played last year throughout the playoffs was on that team, I
It'd be
think that
different.
OKC probably wins in six because that you're not going to be able to do what you did to them. And what you did was you pressured SGA full court for 4 quarters for 7 games.
And
If
nobody else
Jalen
can do
Williams was
anything.
out there, you were not going to be able to do that. That completely changes. And I'm telling you, it wore him down. He still did great, but it really, you could see it, bro. Like his
Yeah.
rotations changed. They beat him. They did what Cleveland did to Steph Curry. They beat him up. They beat him
Bro,
up. You know what I mean? They beat him up
Caruso
for
dropped
like
30
four
in
quarters.
game one, and they lost that game. That wouldn't have
Yeah,
happened with
You
Jay
want to know
yeah.
Wood.
why? Because
They wouldn't have
Caruso
happened with Jay
scored
Wood.
30 in that game.
You're not wrong. But like Marcus is saying, healthy, they don't lose that game.
No, no.
So, to Marcus's point, I think it's an unprovable argument on both sides.
It
All I
is.
can go
Yeah.
It is.
off is regular season when both teams were healthy, the Spurs were better. When
No,
both
I completely see
when
what
both
you're
I'll
coming
give
teams
you
from. He's
had
that.
not
I'll
both
wrong.
give you that.
everybody, they didn't just beat
Yeah,
them
he's not
once or
wrong.
twice. Like they beat them three
No,
The
they beat the
times
only
shit out of
point
him.
regular.
I was making is I didn't see anything in that series that tells me, as currently constructed, OKC couldn't have won this series.
I
It
think
don't.
it's a coin flip. I think
That's
it's a
all.
coin flip to
Exactly. I
be
think
real
this
with you.
I
these
got you.
two teams currently constructed, I could see going back and forth for the next 5, 6, 7 years.
But this is what I enjoy talking with guys our age because we can rely on the things that we've seen in the past and
Right,
Mm-hmm.
kind of say history always repeats itself. You remember when the Heat first got together and they went to that run, right?
right.
They went on that run. They nobody talks about that year when they beat the Celtics. Like that was LeBron's first time beating the Celtics. It
Yeah,
didn't matter because he didn't win the championship, but they beat the Celtics then. But Rondo got hurt in game 4. Ray Allen was dealing with a hamstring. And I said, if they come back healthy, like me and Twan saying,
And Paul
I'm
Pierce
not
is
sure if
Paul
the Heat
Pierce.
gonna win this in 5 games. Like it's gonna be a war. And sure enough, that's when we get the vintage LeBron game. Kobe went through the same thing with Utah. You know what I mean? Like if Kobe hits one of them shots, the Lakers
Yep.
beat when he was a rookie. The
Yep.
Lakers beat Utah early,
Yep.
early in their career, and nobody probably beats the Lakers. And they win that championship like what was that like 3 years early? That's what I'm
Yeah,
seeing with
that
the
would have
Spurs.
been 2 years, 2 or 3. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years early. That's what I'm seeing with the Spurs. Like, and I kind of wanted Victor to get here, but I know what the media gonna do to him if he loses. They're gonna tear him down.
Well, there's nothing that they could that not to me.
We've watched it. We've watched it.
Yeah,
We've
you're
seen
not
it.
wrong. You're not wrong.
They did it with Kobe. They did it with LeBron. These are some of the greatest players that have ever played the game, bro. Like,
right.
this is their job. They build them up to bring them down. And that's what
What
scares
could
me about the
you?
Wemby
So
thing.
let's fast forward to the finals. What could you, outside of him playing like Chet Holmgren, like what could you say? You know what I mean? Like I don't even see where the criticism would even come from.
To me,
Well, I mean, it's levels of the
well,
criticism. Like LeBron brought on his criticism. Like you couldn't criticize Kobe when he lost to the Celtics because you knew Kobe was playing his game. It wasn't no scaredness, nothing like that. They just wasn't good enough, bro. They
It was
just wasn't
coming.
good enough at the. You know what I mean? He had the numbers to back it up. SGA, nobody's blaming SGA,
no.
but when you freeze up like Chet did, and you freeze up like LeBron did, and you supposed to be up here, when I
Oh,
tell you that is the media's dream, bro, because now they get to tear you down for a whole year. They get to tear you down until you get into that position again. Kobe is so much of a fucking dog. They was tearing him down a little bit, and he still took it personal. You know what I mean? Like it was nothing like what they did to LeBron. It was nothing like what they did to Magic Johnson. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. And that's what they're gonna do to Wemby if he loses, bro. They was calling Magic Johnson the greatest point guard that's ever played the game of basketball, arguably. Tragic Magic. This is when we had no social media. The newspapers was printing front page because he made a mistake. Tragic Magic. This was in the 80s. Ain't shit changed, man. The media game is the same. It's just
so
different people giving it to you. That's
but
all.
that's stupidity though. So let's get to the series.
Yeah, it is.
Let's get to the series though. So
Word.
I've been back and forth on this one. I have no idea. This could go a million different ways, in my opinion. It really could. To the point where I could honestly see both these teams winning in 5 And I can see this going 7.
So who you picking?
I don't have a pick. This is
Oh
stupid.
my god! Oh.
Can we talk
Fucking
about it, Marcus, before
politician.
we just
Fucking
talk
politician.
about it? Can we
Get
have a
behind a team and
conversation?
stand
Can
on
we
it.
have a conversation and then pick? Let's talk through it.
Okay.
Let's
What would you
talk
like to
through it.
talk about?
I just set it up, and you
I
missed
did.
that little volley.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry.
That's what I got.
I'm feeling the effects of my pregame. Sorry about that,
I
man.
understand. I understand. Anyway, the point I'm making is this is
He been rushing you all night.
so. Like for example, the Spurs have 5 legitimate perimeter defenders. 5, right? That could give Brunson hell, right? So now you're looking in a scenario, they're all bigger than him, right? So now you're in a scenario where he's going to have to work for shots. So now this is a Karl Anthony Towns situation to where now, okay, Karl, you're going to have to be, in my opinion, because I don't think the Spurs have anybody that could really, really guard Karl Anthony Towns. I don't think that's something that they want Wemby to do.
No. Well, they're gonna put him on. They're gonna put Wemby on.
He'll be
They'll
there,
do-
but I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot of. I think you'll see. What's the dude?
Cornette.
For Mitchell, you talking about
Oh,
for the Spurs or?
Yeah, the Spurs. The dude that played like a running back. What's his name?
Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, I love him. He played like a running
yeah.
back. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of Kelvin Johnson.
They're not gonna put that. Ain't Chet.
Vassell.
Bro. They not. That's not Chet.
Well,
Bro.
I think this the point I'm making.
That's
I
not
think a lot of
Chet,
those.
dog.
I think they're gonna put a lot of those. I think they're gonna put those wing defenders because I don't think you can't put Wemby on him because that's foul trouble.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, I guess I don't disagree with you. I do think the Spurs have a lot of guards that can cause Jalen Brunson some problems. Here's why I'm so confident in the Knicks, and I'm picking the Knicks in 6.
Well, thanks for the.
I'm confident. I'm confident in the Knicks because of the others, as Shaq likes to call them, which I think is very disrespectful. But I think this is right. I don't think it's Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. I think it's OG and OG killing you. I think it's Josh Hart killing you. I think it's Mikal Bridges killing you. I think it's Mitchell Robinson getting big offensive rebounds, not even scoring the ball, but just down there bothering guards like Castle who like to drive the back. Like the Spurs, I mean, the OKC didn't have a rim protector. All right, they didn't have a rim protector.
No.
Knicks got Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson is one.
One thing, Stephon Castle, I love him. He's one of my favorites.
Similar. They so similar.
They are very similar. They are very similar. I
So-
think it's gonna be a back and forth series.
I hope so.
Spurs, I think, got home court. I think they got home court in this.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, like everybody that's tried to pick on Jalen Brunson has regretted it.
But you don't have to. Let me ask you this one. So you don't have to. But you don't have to. In my opinion, right? You don't have to pick on it. They can. Both teams have the ability to switch everything. Well, more so the Spurs. More so the Spurs. But you can switch everything. So he could have a possession where Stephon Castle's on him, and he switches on to Dylan to Harper, and then he switches on to Vassell or what's somebody's name, whatever and that's just the natural switches.
I feel like
Where's
you
the
can't put
matchup?
Castle on him. You put
What?
Castle.
What? Not put Castle. But you get the point I'm making,
Yeah.
though, right?
Swan say just show him a lot of bodies. You just show him a lot of
And you
different
have a
bodies.
lot of 6'5" bodies to show him.
Yeah.
And you got De'Aaron Fox.
On the
We forget
flip
about
side
De'Aaron
of
Fox.
that, flip side of that, now, but here's what they can't do, and I think the Knicks have a lot more other guys shooting than OKC had, consistent.
Yeah.
Because you can't double team nobody because Bridges can give you 20 one time.
Yeah.
OG can give you 20 twice.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Hart can give you 20.
Josh Hart can give you 15 3 times. And so
Yeah.
now you turn into a scenario where it's like OKC, I think their strategy was let the other guys beat us, and they couldn't.
I
The
think
Knicks,
OKC
they can.
out tough.
They
I mean,
can.
I think the Spurs out tough OKC. I don't think you're gonna be able to do that to the Knicks.
You're not gonna be able to do that, and you can't. The other guys
think
can
you're gonna
beat
be
you.
able to do
The other guys can beat you.
Yeah. The other
And
guys
can
can
also defend you.
Yeah, and if somebody don't figure out to guard Landry Shamet when he come into the game
Yeah,
with that fucked up tape line,
I
they
don't
better
know.
figure it out.
That nigga
Because
hit
Landry
four
Shamet
threes.
shot
Yeah,
12 for
he'll shoot
14
in
in
30
the
seconds.
series from the
In 30
3-point
seconds.
line. I don't even know what that percentage is, but
A
that is
lot.
ridiculous.
It's a lot.
To
It's
It's
put
got to
up
be
14 threes, and every
85.
time he hit a three, it was a big three. Every
That's
time?
got to
yeah.
be 85. That's the thing. Both these teams because my what's my Kelvin Johnson. As tough as he plays, you put him in that corner, he will hit that three.
But he's
Oh,
never
yeah.
open.
He
I
Oh,
will
don't.
yeah.
hit that three.
I think
He just
not to
throw it
cut you.
up.
He does.
He got
He
hard.
does.
Them
He do.
boys.
He do that shit.
He just launch it. He don't care. He don't care.
My and I
And
pro-
then
He
he's
just
not
like,
scared of the moment because
yeah.
he
and
hit
Twan,
He
some
is
big
not
threes in
scared.
game
Twan, he was
7.
never.
He
Honestly,
is
he's
not
never
scared of the
open.
moment.
He's never
None
open.
of them dudes are scared. I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you. Like they're relentless. This is one of those series. I have one wish: the refs gotta chill. You gotta let them play.
I think,
The
you know
refs
what,
gotta
man?
chill, man.
I got to speak on that ref situation, man. I'm proud of the refs, bro. I don't think it's been ticky tack throughout the playoffs, bro. Like, they have
Except,
moments,
I was about to say there was a
moments.
couple games in this last
except
series. There was a
my
couple
only issue with the
games.
refs has been the issue to me. Again, I picked the Knicks in 6-2. If they don't start calling a little not Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson push off, nobody
They're
calls
not
it.
gonna.
But
They're not gonna
but
call it.
it's always
I'm okay with the push off.
but it's
I'm
always
all
on
right
the
with the push off.
but my issue with that is this: you can't guard them. And I promise you, the way Castle plays, the way Champagne plays, the way Vassell plays, they'll get in foul trouble because it, it's always on the defender. Jalen Brunson
Which
gets
is
that
why I
call
said
every
the
single
refs
time.
gotta chill. The refs you
He
gotta
get
chill. There's gonna
he
be
gets that call
contact.
every time, and he pushes
There's
off every time.
gonna be contact.
I think he gets the call the same reason why a Shaq wouldn't get the ticky tack call when he's going up for a dunk. He's a smaller guy. 9 times out of 10, everybody who's defending him is a bigger guy. And if you allow him to crowd him, as an offensive player, I should be allowed to get you off him.
Oh, he gets
If
them
the ref
all.
is not calling it, you know what I mean? Like if the ref, I mean that's just being real. Like
Yeah.
I never forget when I was playing high school basketball. It was a referee. We was playing in Newberry, and they was like pressing us, and the dude just kept like he kept bumping me, and I was like, "Ref, what you gonna call something?" He's like, "Why don't you do something about it?" And I started pushing his ass off, and he wouldn't call it. Like not like blatant, but you have to give me room, bro. Like you can't crowd my space and then not get a reaction. So I'm with you on that, Twan. Like just kind of swallow the whistle.
Let them
I would
do
love
the
to
play.
don't call the Jalen Brunson push off, and don't
Yeah.
call Stephen Castle pressing him either.
The chest
You know
bump.
what I
The
mean?
chest
Yeah.
dump.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
don't
call that.
call that shit.
Don't call
Yeah,
that.
just let him. That's good defense.
Because he
That's
moves
it.
his feet.
Yeah. Oh
He's
man,
literally
all of
moving his
them do.
feet.
All of them
Yeah.
do, bro. That's the
They
problem with
do
the
it
Spurs.
so well.
That's the problem with
That's
the
why I
Spurs. I
can't.
don't
That's
think.
why I can't get with you with the bad coaching piece of it. They coach too well on defense to
No,
say
I
No,
just
no,
that.
mean
they're well coached.
I just
They're
mean
well coached.
offensively, and I just feel like again, I
You just
love
don't
the
like the
Spurs.
strategy.
I
That's
choose.
not necessarily. There is a
Well,
difference between I don't like the strategy and bad coaching.
okay. So let me go to bad coaching real quick. To me, bad coaching is this:
Cleveland,
when you're
Cleveland,
down,
bad coaching.
when you- when you're down
That
by
was terrible.
15 and you cut it to two, and I counted, and you missed 10 threes in a row. Bad coaching
That's
is not
somebody.
calling a timeout to run a fucking play or saying, "Hey guys, we cut it to two. Stop shooting goddamn threes." The Spurs, to me, they're becoming the Boston Celtics. Wemby shot
No,
three
no,
wise.
No, they play
no.
very physical.
Who you
Boston
think? No, no,
does
no.
no. There's
Who you
no
think shot more threes
no.
this year?
But it's how. It's not necessarily how
Boston.
many threes. It's not. But it's not even
It's still
necessarily how
Boston.
many threes. It's the process in which how those threes are shot.
20.
Boston just.
And the Spurs
I,
don't.
go ahead.
No, and the Spurs
I mean,
don't.
yeah. Every team has a jack up
No, no,
three moment.
no,
They'll
not
just
Jack up
kind of
player.
have a little stretch
Me
where
and you
they'll
text
do
about this.
that. But
We texted about this the other night.
no, they
The
were jacking
Spurs
them up. They
specifically,
were
not even
pissing me
jacking them
off
up.
in games.
They wouldn't take a two.
They were pissing me off. They
Every
wouldn't. It
play
was
they
like
ran, I'm talking
5
about they would
possessions. They did
drive,
not
kick it
take a
out,
two.
kick it back out. Your
Yeah,
your
no,
seven
no, I
foot
give you
four
that.
center should be shooting 7 threes a game.
Here's why. Here's why. That's not necessarily true.
In his case,
In his
I
case,
would say, yeah.
it's not necessarily true.
I kind of
And
want him to
and
see. I kind of want him to get them threes up. I ain't
five
gonna
to
lie.
six, 5 to 6 a game, I think is a good range for him.
Yeah, I'm about to say 5 is a good number. 7 is a little excessive.
Says 7, unless he's hot, that's an excessive number.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? I forgot.
It's okay.
Look like you should have had some pregame, brother. Uh,
I was about to say the same shit.
Hey, this,
but no, listen.
I
I'm
did.
I'm I'm with you, Drew, on bad strategy. That's just the way of the league, though. And I think
And I
they're
hate it
well
about the
coached
league, but I
because
agree. I agree.
they stick to their guns, and all good coaches do. You know what I mean? Like people want to talk shit about Dan Campbell, bro. Like if Dan Campbell don't lose his coordinators, Detroit probably is in the NFC Championship game or
Every
probably
year. Every
Super Bowl.
year.
You know what I mean? Like he's a guy who goes for it on fourth down. I respect the fact that he does not change his option regardless of the situation. This is who we are, and this is how you develop our identity. And I think that's what the Spurs have been doing, bro. Like
I
I
respect.
don't care what they do offensively, bro. They make their money on defense.
And
They are the best defensive
they
team in
so
the NBA,
aggressive,
bro.
assertive.
They are the
I
best
love it,
defensive
man.
team.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
they are the
love it.
best defensive team,
And
bro.
it's
Like,
not just Wimby. Yes, Wimby is a safety net. But you know what Wimby allows them boys to do? To play that press coverage. To
yeah,
get up
well,
on somebody because you don't have to you're not as scared of somebody getting behind you. It he makes their defense better just based on his prep. Now,
well,
obviously things he does, but
he's the
allowing them to be
ultimate fucking
aggressive on the
safety net.
perimeter, allowing them dudes with their long arms, they move their feet very, very well. So whoever's coaching defense over there is doing a phenomenal job. I
Mm.
can't. Also, here's the thing about the offensive side of the ball. Yes, yesterday they went through a stretch. I was like, they're gonna lose this game because they keep throwing up these threes and they miss it. But what happened was, guess what? OKC wasn't scoring either. OKC wasn't scoring either. That's one thing. But even two, I don't like how every possession for them ended up with a three for a stretching period of time. But there was very rarely any possessions that was only just the three. There's a lot of ball movement, ball movement. A lot of times they pass up what I think are two opportunities to get to a three.
Hmm.
But they were running. You could tell they were running offense. You could tell they were getting in the paint. They were utilizing that physicality. Still, it ended up with a three that they jacked up, whatever the case may be. To me, that's why they're different from Boston. Boston had just cross half court, and whoever got the ball that possession shoots the three, and they go on back on defense. That to me is different. That's different.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the threes. I thought they took open threes.
There
It
was a
wasn't
stretch
step back.
though. There was a
Yeah.
stretch there, in I think the fourth quarter where it was like 4 minutes where they was just jacking them up. And
I mean,
Throwing the bitches
you gotta
up.
put fatigue. You gotta put fatigue in that. Guys get
yeah,
tired, and shooting
that's
a three is
facts.
a little easier than trying to
Facts.
drive past a motherfucker and dunk on them. You know what I mean? Like you
That's
typically see those type of plays in the first and second quarter. Once motherfuckers' legs go, okay, I know how to be able to get the ball up and shoot a 3-pointer. But either way, I do think the Spurs are a very formidable opponent for the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, and I thought this about OKC too, but the Knicks just playing at a different level. Like they really in sync, and they look like they getting
But
Miles
so are
Bridges
the
from Phoenix and
Spurs.
Brooklyn.
So are the Spurs.
They are. I just, bro, like
I
sometimes
don't want to go with this one.
it's just hard to complete that gauntlet, bro.
It's
It's
hard.
just it's hard to complete that gauntlet, bro. Like nobody talks about the run Kobe had when they lost to the Celtics, bro. The teams they had to go through, bro. Nobody talks about that shit because the gauntlet wasn't completed. They lost.
yeah, man.
He
So
just hit
my
46.
pick is, like I said, I'm going Spurs, man. I want to see it, and I want to see, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm here for the show now, baby. You know what I mean? So I basically, I'm hooked. I'm hooked at this point. I got to see it through. So I already said how I feel about with the New York with the Knicks. You know, I've never really been a fan. Cheering for the Knicks is like me cheering for the Chiefs. I'm not gonna do that. So you see what I'm saying?
Real.
That's
That's
how I
real
feel
rap.
about that.
That's real
So
rap.
I'm here for the alien.
I'm gonna go just so the show could be split down the middle. I'm gonna go Spurs. And also, man, I like them dudes, man. Castle, Harper, Vassell,
Yeah, I like 'em.
Johnson. Them dudes are some. They some go getters, man. I like that. That's just
It's real scrappy, man.
and I'm not saying the Knicks ain't got that because the Knicks got some. I'm not
Yeah, they
saying that.
got
No,
it.
Josh Hart, Bridges, them boys, Mitchell Robinson, them boys get to it too. I'm not. That ain't even me trying to say, but it's just something about the Spurs and how they play. I kind of like
Yeah.
it. I kind of like it.
At this point,
I
to
kind of
me,
like it.
at this point, it's the Giant against the Big Apple. You see what I'm saying?
And that's another thing. I kind of want to see New York.
Yeah, like I want to see them
I want to
upset.
see that. Yeah.
I want to see
No, I
the
don't wanna see
Giant
them
go
upset.
against the other.
Yeah, I kind of want to see. I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be mad either way. I
Yeah.
really just want
I
to
think it'll be
enjoy.
good.
I wanted to go 7 games, so I'm gonna pick Spurs in 7, just because I wanted to go 7 games, and I'm gonna say Spurs just because y'all two said Knicks and Hef said Spurs, so we split the show.
Yeah, I'm going Spurs.
2 for the Spurs, 2 for the Knicks. I think everybody be happy as long as it's a good series either way. In my opinion. But yo, shout out to basketball for getting this one right. The script
Yep.
finally came through. Anyway.
And shout out to the NHL for having the Carolina Hurricanes and the Vegas.
Oh, Vegas.
Vegas.
I like.
You know,
Vegas.
we win a lot of championships in Vegas.
Here we go.
Hey, so now y'all.
That's like the SEC.
Hey.
That's like the SEC claiming all the Alabama championships.
Yeah, the Vanderbilt. Hey,
It's just the
Vanderbilt.
Aces, my G.
We win ships, baby.
Mississippi State.
Hey, look, baby.
Nah,
we
but
win,
you know what?
We win
My favorite hockey
championships in
team-
Vegas, baby.
My favorite hockey team is the Kraken. That name is undefeated, dog. The Kraken. You can't beat that. Boy, you can get one. I don't either, but every time the Kraken come on, I try to at least get the score. I don't watch it, but at least when they say the Kraken, yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
they do. I'm gonna get me a Seattle Kraken hat. The Kraken.
hey, you should
That's
do
I
fire,
feel
dog.
like that's gonna come across as racist because somebody gonna misinterpret that.
Kraken? Nah, it's a thing. A
No, I
Kraken is
know.
a
I
thing.
know. I just feel like somebody gonna misread it. It's just, I feel.
Well, fight me. If you see my hat, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it to anybody who's offended by it. Fight me.
I think I'm going with I'm gonna give me a Golden Knight or either a Carolina Hurricane hat. You know,
I'm gonna
I
get me a
can't go wrong
Kraken
either
hat.
way.
Give me a Kraken too, Torn.
I don't like the 3/4 sleeves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing the jersey.
Oh yeah, the jerseys. It's a weird wear. It's a weird,
I never did like
that. That's not a. No. Well, on that note,
that's our hockey talk.
This is not the place to come for hockey talk. On that note, other than that,
that was it.
It's been another episode of the Hot Seat Podcast where we keep it real. We let you know what's going on. Real rap, real conversation, real opinions. Y'all be easy. Peace.